The fact for today is there are no limits to the channels you can subscribe to. For those that don't understand, that means you can subscribe to all the channels on YouTube. So while you're at it, subscribe to my channel. This channel is just 2 clicks away. And don't forget to turn on notifications. As I said, it's just 2 clicks away. So what are you waiting for? Do it now. Embarrassing moments is something we've all encountered in our lives. They are literally one of our thoughts we want completely erased, but we all know that ain't happening. Growing up, I had a lot of embarrassing moments in school, in church, at home, basically everywhere. But I will be selecting 2 to tell you, cause I don't want you guys teasing me. It's not my fault people don't understand basic knowledge. Anyway, here's the story. Before the main story, let me talk about children's church camp. Note for those of you that haven't been to church camps before. Children's church camp, or CCC for short, was like a gathering of children from the ages of 6 to 12 years for the main purpose of dragging you out of your house because apparently your eyes have been too glued to the television and your parents want you to go out more. Well, that's how I saw it actually. Unlike many others, I was really happy going for CCC because I actually needed a change of environment after being stuck in my house for most of my life. So yeah, CCC was me becoming a free bird. Now to the story. On this particular day, when I was going for the church camp, something new happened. My mom came with me to camp. To be honest, at first I was really nervous because we all know the tight spots our parents can actually put us in. But I made the worst mistake of my life and decided to ignore it because we would hardly see each other, like at all. So we get to the campground and we saw 2 separate buildings, and without thinking twice, you would know that one was for boys and the other for the opposite sex. And so that was the assurance I needed that my mom will be out of my hair for a while. So those of you that haven't been to camps, let's get one thing straight. 1. There is no such thing as the great outdoors. 2. There are no tents, campfires, and etc. that makes camping fun. The only fun thing is the freedom you get, so use it wisely. So everyone settles in, we register, go to our hostels, and things just kept going smoothly until I met the bumpy roads. The first one was on the next day. My friends and I had discovered that water drops down to our beds from the ceiling, which was very odd because rain didn't fall. So being the curious ones we went up the stairs that is meant to go to the roof, by the way, only to discover nothing but water. So we came down and went back to our rooms. Then for some particular reason, we were called. We already knew why we were called, so we just happily went, thinking we were going to be rewarded for discovering the water. I don't know, we were naive little kids then. But to no surprise, we got the opposite and was scolded. Then we got a very decent punishment and had our asses flogged in front of everyone. Now this is where teenager me will not agree with what took place then. Why? Simple. There was no rule that said everyone is forbidden to go up the stairs. And even if we were not allowed up the stairs, no one among us was injured. No one died, so didn't see any reason to be flogged. Except maybe they hid a UFO up there and aliens were monitoring our every movement. The next bump I meant was this. About 2 days to the end of camp, I noticed my bedsheet was missing. The only explanation I could deduce was that it was either borrowed or stolen. Then I came outside early in the morning and found someone using my bedsheet as a blanket. So I decided to leave it with him because he sleeps outside and was a camp commandant, and I would take it back on the last day. That's how gullible I was. Then it happened. Last day of camp, my mom calls me and takes me to where my bedsheet was lying on the floor, soaking wet and dirty. And there she asks me, "Is this yours?" Being afraid, I obviously said no, thinking it will end there and I would secretly come back to carry it and wash it. Before I could finish planning my plan, she said this, "Go and bring yours." In my mind, I was like, I'm so dead. So I go back to my room, hoping and praying to God that mine was still in my room, that the camp commandant had returned it. But I wasn't surprised when I didn't see it, and I didn't know what the camp commandant looked like. He must have probably gone home. Feeling all sad and depressed, I went back to my mother and accepted the fact that the bedsheet was mine. I also explained to her how someone was using it to try and reduce my punishment. Then this guy, which I'm pretty sure that the only relationship I had with him was that we were both citizens of the same country, unfortunately burst into our conversation, and then my mom explains everything to him, and then he does the strangest thing and requested for a cane and flogged me. What pissed me off wasn't the flogging, it was the fact that a stranger comes into a conversation between my mom and I and decides to take the responsibility of punishing me in front of everyone to see. Yeah, that pisses me off. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. My Instagram and Twitter link are in the description below, so follow me. I'm the Mysterious Sam, and I'll see you in my next video.